All right, we are live. Hopefully the sound is good for you, and the video quality, hopefully that is good as well. The comment section is open, and let me know if everything is okay or if it is not. Appreciate you for being here. We'll get going here. Get a few things set up. I'll be right back. All right. So we are here live for a Q&A session. Let me know that you're here in the comment sections or what have you. Share this, I'm here for you. This is your Q&A session here with KnowledgeWell Media. I'm just going to get a few things set up here, but I am looking for your comments. Been a while since I've done a live, but just been keeping real busy, helping people out. We've got a lot of things going between KnowledgeWell Media, KnowledgeWell University, and the American National Consulate. So a lot of exciting stuff. We can discuss some of that stuff too. But I'm so glad you're here. You could have been anywhere else on this Sunday, this Mother's Day, and but you chose to be here, and that's excellent. So I'll do what I can in the way of comments, in the way of answers to your questions that you may have. It is the 9th. All right. Yeah, my 9th Sunday. All right. So we'll just give people a little bit of time to get in here while I set up some things. All right. So just stay tuned. This is your time. It's Q&A session here with Courtney at KnowledgeWell Media, KnowledgeWell University. If you got any questions, this is your time to get it in. I'm trying to get something set up here. I wanted to run one of my old recordings that I had come across while at the gym the other day, and thought it was very relevant to now. So I was just giving people time to get in here. If you got any questions, make sure you hit the comment section. Welcome, and thanks for being here. Give people a little bit of time to get in here. I did post the announcement that I would be on at 7 o'clock, so we'll see how many people we get on here. But if you have any questions, this is your time to get it in. It's kind of my pro bono service, give back. Let's see here. Something I came across. Where was it at? Incorporation. Oh, here it is right here. Incorporation and registration. So yeah, Caveman, welcome. Thank you for coming in. All right. So I'm going to run this and kind of, I guess, jump in between, but this is some very good information. If you are here, that you definitely make sure you definitely have your pen and your pad, because I'm going to definitely lay some things out. This is the pro bono service that I am offering. the Q&A session for you and for those who will take advantage of it. Always try to put up some good information. Let me know how the sound is and the video quality and what have you, especially when I play this, because I'm going to play it off of my phone. So let me know that it's sounding good or whether it is or not, okay? So let's get going. Well, let's see. We've got a couple of people on. Law Times Journal. Tell me if you can you hear this? An article on incorporation. So check this out. So it says incorporation is a legal process. Can you hear that? Let me know in the comment section before I run it. I don't want to waste any. Sounds good. Looks good. Did you hear the recording too that I was just playing? Here, I'll play it again. Tell me if it sounds good. In order to form a company or a corporate entity. That sound good? In other words, incorporation. Let me know how that sounds before I play it. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Caveman said it sounds good. So I'll go ahead and run that. All right. And then if you have questions, put them in the comments section and we can have that dialogue. If you have any, this is your time. This is your Q&A session. You have any questions, I'm here for you. This is the pro bono service. So, okay, here we go. So I'm at Law Times Journal on incorporation, an article on incorporation. So check this out. So it says incorporation is a legal process in order to form a company or a corporate entity. In other words, incorporation means the registration of the company in Registrar of Company, known as ROC. So there are a couple of key words to pay attention to. Saying that something is different from saying what something means. Okay? So when you're saying incorporation is, they're defining the word incorporation. Okay? It's just a definition of a general definition of the word incorporation. Again, it's the legal process in order to form, legal being the key, another key word, because legal just means a mask or a construction. It's made to look like something else. So let me give you the story. As I'm running this tonight, we're just running through some of this recording that I've done. It's discussing incorporation, okay? And feel free to put your questions in the comment section. This is your time. This is your Q&A session. This is the pro bono service that we give back. You know, we're showing our appreciation for everything that you guys do as far as supporting us in the American National Consulate. So we are discussing incorporation. It's a legal process, okay? And registration. What's actually happening when we're incorporating something? As in, you might incorporate a business, right, into the state. And what is actually happening when you register something? Okay, like registering your car or something, okay? So let's look at what's happening. Incorporation, I'm going to read this here and then we'll get back to the recording, okay? The act or process of forming or creating a corporation, okay? The act, this is incorporation, the act or process of forming or creating a corporation, okay? The formation of a legal or political body, all right, with the quality of perpetual existence and succession. Okay, so incorporation is when you're creating an actual corporation or legal entity, right? So now what would that say to you, you know, now in light of what you know about the birth certificate, about the straw man, what have you? So there had to be an act of incorporation to create the legal entity. Question is, what is that act, right? What act was created what act or process was used to create the legal entity? That's incorporation. So how did we become incorporated? All right, we're going to go back to the recording here. Okay, it's made to look like law. Speaking about legal. Legal is made to
Okay,
look
so
like
it's
law.
contrived and constructed. Okay, it's a legal process in order to form a company or corporate entity, either or. Okay, and then it goes on to say it means, so incorporation, whenever you refer to incorporation, okay, this is what it means. This is what you're actually saying. The registration of the company in a registrar of company. All right. So when you're registering a certificate, when you're registering a vehicle, okay, what you are doing is you are incorporating it. And that means you are participating in the legal process to form a company or a corporate entity. Okay. And then the article goes on to say that the corporation is a legal entity that separates the income and the firm's assets from its investors and owners. Okay. So incorporation is a legal process, okay, to form something, to form the company. And it means that you're registering the company that you formed, that is formed with in a registrar. Okay, so the birth certificate, let's put it, let's parallel that to the process of birth certificate and the certificate of live birth and what have you. Okay, so how is it incorporated through a legal process in order to form a company? So what is the legal process that having to do with the birth certificate, in other words? Okay, so what actually takes place? Mom signs the birth registration document, okay, and submits it to the state, okay, with all the um, sworn information on it, okay, true and correct information. And so that
Hey, Kevin. How you doing?
surrender or submission to the state is the legal process forming the corporate entity. Um, okay.
So the mom's filling out the birth registration form. Okay. So she's going, she fills out the affidavit, as it were, right? And submits that, okay, to the state. That is incorporation. Okay. The legal process by which one creates a corporation or legal entity. Okay. That's what is done. That's where the incorporation happens. Okay. And then there's also a registration. Okay. Which, what happens when you register a particular thing is in tandem with the Incorporation Act, you're separating or bifurcating the property, you're going to hear this, away from the individual, if you can imagine. All right. I hope you're picking up what we're putting down. Let's keep going.
It means that, in fact, she did register with the state in the state registrar. Okay. And so now the corporation is a legal entity. Okay. So the business, the corporate entity that is registered with the state registrar, is a legal entity. And that legal entity separates the income and firm's assets and the company's assets from its investors and owners.
Because that's why you form a corporation, right? To have that protection, so that if the corporation is sued, that the claimant cannot affect the individual man or woman that owns the company. They can only go after the assets of the company. So you can see that when you incorporate, the assets of the company are separated from the one who started it. So when mom incorporates, you picking up what I'm putting down? When mom incorporates, she forms a legal entity or corporation. When she does that, it separates the assets away from the company former or progenitor, right? There's that division. Let's listen. It's going to get good.
All right. So the formation of that company through the registration with the state, that legal entity, separates, again, the income and the entity's assets from the owner. So there is a bifurcation, okay? That birth certificate process and the delivery of it to you, or to the parent as custodian of that record until the proverbial child reaches the age of the majority. That birth certificate, that legal entity, that corporation actually separates the income and the assets.
And so that's where, if anybody is here that was in the trust courses, how do you create a trust? You bifurcate the titles. You have a legal title, and then you have an equitable beneficial title, right? So when you split the titles, right now, let's say this phone, I have both titles to this phone. I have the legal title, okay, and I have the equitable title, ownership. Legal is control. I have control. It's in my possession. I have control of it. And I have beneficial equitable title, means I'm the owner. I have ownership of it, right? So I can put this phone in trust by separating the legal title or the ability to control it from and give the equitable beneficial title to a beneficiary, such as my children. Okay. And then pass it along. Something happens to me, they inherit it, right? Okay. But right now, I have both titles. Okay. So it's not in trust. But if I separate the titles again, it will be in trust. Well, when you participate in the act of incorporation, when mom signed the birth certificate registration documents in the hospital, and then that got sent up to the state vital statistics office in your state, okay, she incorporated. And when you incorporate, it forms a separate legal entity, a corporation or corpse, a dead body. That takes the assets and the interest and puts it on one side of the ledger, and it divides it away from the owner. Okay, let's go.
From the owner of it. So who is the owner of the mother's, of the child's birth certificate? That would be the question. Wouldn't it be the one registered on the certificate itself, on the birth certificate?
Feel free to put your questions in the comments.
So again, the formation of that corporate entity through registration with the state divides the owner from the new corporate entity's assets and income. Okay. So then question is this why we have a certificate of live birth, which is separate from the actual birth certificate? Would that be then the bifurcation? We know that the certificate of live birth is the actual medical evidence of your born date, wherein the delivering doctor or manufacturer in this case signs off and swears, or an affidavit form states the event, the delivery time, the weight of the baby, the length of the baby. Okay, it's like a stock certificate or what have you, right? Giving a description and and testifying that an actual flesh and blood baby was born as witnessed. So this document is separate, okay, and independent of the birth certificate, which is the official recording, the legal processing. All right. And so, again, wouldn't this be as it's stated, let me read it. Wouldn't this be the separation of the new companies, the illegal entities, income and assets from the owner, which would be the certificate of live birth? Okay, that again, the certificate of live birth is the certificate of the owner. It would be equity, the equitable title, the beneficial title. Therefore, the birth certificate, if this is true here, this separation, this division, the birth certificate would then be the legal entity, aka the capacity of the shareholder or a stockholder.
All right, so let me just address a few issues I see in the comment section. First of all, Carmise Zaire, I believe. Hopefully, I'm not butchering your name. I apologize if I am. But anyways, his or her question is, how are they able to trade it on the stock market before it matures? All right, so I remember, we were arguing that it's being traded on the stock market. I can't find any evidence of that. Okay. Now, let me qualify what I'm saying. All right. I've called banks. I've called some trading platforms. I've done all that. Right. I can't find anything that says that they're trading it on the stock market. I think it's something else. It's not about stock market. I think it's the bonds that you're talking about, not the stock market. Okay. I'm just going to say that. So yeah, I don't believe it's happening. It's not on the stock market. Okay. If you know anything about the Funding Act of 1792, and this had to do with the states certifying their debt on the heels of the Revolutionary War. All the states, the little colonies and all that kind of stuff were over their head in debt. And so, the founding of the District of Columbia, what have you, in 1789, 1792 era, they essentially finagled with the states and said, hey, if you give us all your debt, we'll take all your debt. We'll forgive you your debt. It's in a sense, a bankruptcy. Okay. And so that's what all of the states did. They certified all of their debts up to the new seat of power, the District of Columbia, okay, the United States, the new government. And so there's your certifications, right? Well, who backs the system if they, let's say remove the gold, if they're not doing gold and silver anymore? Who? Obviously it's us, right? We're the energy for the system. I'm just fast forwarding through. And so I can see, and I have evidence of this, that in fact the certifications of the debts of the states, they put on the backs of the citizens. and certified all the citizens, essentially selling the citizens out to this new power through the birth certificates. And so that's more of a bond than it is, the stocks, if you will. I'd have to, go more into detail, but you might want to rethink that. I know that's what was said, but I have done digging on the stock market to see, and I didn't find anything like that. But thanks for the question. When will the next course on building your trust be? It starts actually tomorrow, the 10th. So 6 p.m. tomorrow. If you are interested and are trying to get into the trust course, just hit here. I'll put the email in the chat. So it's knowledge. Let me check. A moment. KnowledgeWell. And you can hit the email, KnowledgeWell for the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. All right. So I will put that up. That's where you hit that up, KnowledgeWell for you at gmail.com, and express your interest. And then the office will contact you and tell you what to do from there to get enrolled if there is still room. Okay. All right. So welcome, everyone. It is Sunday Night Live here with KnowledgeWell Media and KnowledgeWell University, of course, and the American National Consulate, where you can get information here through us as well. All right. You are welcome, Tony. All right. So I'm going to keep going with this recording here. We are discussing the act of incorporation, registration, and the relevance it has to the birth certificate and the processes. How through this incorporation process, we essentially voluntarily separated ourselves from our own assets in trust. All right. This is what we're discussing tonight. But this is your time. I'm just filling space until you guys start kicking out the questions. This is your time. This is my pro bono service. This is my giving back. So to show my appreciation. So any questions you have, try and get them in. I'll do what I can to get them answered. Kevin is saying, I'm 18 and my I guess that status is an American national. Does that mean I can't take student loans for college? If I do, will it revert my status? Does taking benefits reverse status? Absolutely. I mean, yes. You better have an entity to play with. And I'm just going to say, you don't want to have a legal entity. Okay. Now, I can give you so much on the public platform, but you want to establish a commercial entity, something private that you own, because legal suggests state owned. Need I say more? So you can you can interact in commerce with your commercial entity. The problem is that you're using Caesar's stuff, known as legal entities. There's a difference, and you should know that. All right. Absolutely. My pleasure. All right. So let's keep going.
Okay. Taking on its own identity and able to sign contracts, deeds, and other legal documents, able to sue and be sued in its own name. All right. And able to have its own income and assets apart from the investor or owner. Okay. The beneficial owner. So this is totally a trust scenario.
Right.
Even in the bifurcation of the titles, the certificate of live birth, again, being the beneficial, equitable title, and the birth certificate being the legal process, legal entity, legal corporation. All right. And establishing control. Okay. So the birth certificate. All right.
The birth certificate is your legal title. Okay. The Certificate of live birth is your equitable title, equitable beneficiary title, beneficial title.
So reiterating, whenever you register with a company or with a state registrar or county registrar or federal registrar, you are creating a new company or legal entity each and every time.
Listen, every time when you register your vehicle,
Something very interesting also is that you have, let's say in let's say Milwaukee County, you have the registrar of deeds, okay, and the registrar of deeds in the county have to do with real estate documents, vital statistics or vital records. Let's see what else here. You can locate property because it's registered through the deeds office. You can access real estate records. Let's see what else. So yeah, basically birth, death, and marriage certificates. Again, the recording of real estate. Okay. So that's what that's about. Now, if you go.
So yes, Zaire, it does include anything you take from the government, anything you take from the state. Okay, the state is in a cooperative agreement and a contract with the federal government. Okay, they're separate and distinct entities in contract, and that's how the government, the federal United States government or corporation, is able to reach down into the states because it's through contract. Okay, they franchise, as it were. Okay, so yes, if you take from the state, if you take from the government, you're still taking from Caesar. All right. Caveman, could I start a lawful cannabis business? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can. Once you correct your status, okay, and once you solidify your commercial entity and get all the proper numbers and things that you need for reporting purposes, absolutely. Absolutely. Tony Cooper, okay. Still reading Kevin, some of my books on trust, all right. Ain't that claiming your estate, meaning you as land? Well, yeah, talking about estate trusts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's ultimately what we're all out to do, right? Is to create our estates and claim our estates. You're talking about through the birth certificates and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Kevin. Yeah, contact me offline. I do have experience in dealing with that, and I tried several different ways, and I'll tell you the one that did work. So yeah, contact me. KnowledgeWell4u@gmail.com. I'm gonna keep going with our recording here.
Zoom out on the state level as opposed to the county level, that it would be the Wisconsin Register of Deeds in my state. Okay.
So what I'm talking about here is the register. Okay, in 1836, in my particular state of Wisconsin, okay, they used to bank the land records and the record, the announcements of births and all that. They used to and titleship. They used to bank all that stuff in the register with the registrar's office. Okay, it might be called something different in your state. Here, it's the Register of Deeds and the Vital Statistics Office and all that kind of stuff. But that was founded in 1836. Now, go figure. The state of Wisconsin was added to the Union in 1848. So you see that this office, this record office, land titles and genealogy and all that kind of stuff predated even the founding of the state itself. And it's going to be the same in your state. If you don't understand what that means, you might want to do some digging. But what I'm saying, well, I'm going to go over it. I don't want to fast track through this. I'll let you, let me see some more questions here. Kevin, I would have to check the schedule. What you do is just express your interest at the KnowledgeWell for you at gmail.com, and the office will take care of coordinating a schedule for consultations. All right. Tony's in New York. I hear you. All right.
Let's see what they do. All right. Let's see here.
So again, talking about the Register of Titles, Register of Deeds offices and things in the state of Wisconsin, you can check out your history in your particular state.
So, reading a little bit, the Office of Register of Deeds was established in Wisconsin in 1836. Before that, land registration was handled by the Register in Probate.
You hear that? Let me reiterate that. In 1836 in Wisconsin, okay, they established the Office of Register of Deeds. Before they established that, where you would register land deeds, allodial titles, and all kinds of stuff like that, it was called, get this, Register in Probate. What does that tell you? What is probate? What is probate? Let's take a look if it's in here. I told you guys, this is all an issue of probate. That's all it is. Here, probate. Court procedure by which a will is proved to be valid or invalid. So when someone dies, probate is when they evaluate to see whether the will is valid. Listen, though in current usage, this term has been expanded to generally include all matters and proceedings pertaining to the administration of estates, guardianships, etc. You see the correlation and connection? You see that? Because that's what, so they basically obfuscated the original usage of the titles office, the Register of Deeds. They didn't want you to realize with real eyes that this is all a matter of probate, which is just checking to make sure that the will, when someone dies, is correct, for one, and for two, that the estate is handled in the matters of the estate and proceedings pertaining to the administration of the estate. Okay? They're trying to hide that fact. Because if you knew that, then you would be like, well, what are we probating here? Where's the dead body? Who died? Right? And the answer to that would be, where's the corpse? Oh, you mean a corporation? Oh yeah, I got one of those. It's called a straw man. Oh, it's the legal entity birth certificate. I got one of those. Oh, so I'm supposed to be administering this estate on behalf of the dead body being the straw man. That's what you're supposed to be doing. If you've been in the trust courses, you'll know that we've been uncovering that. The problem is that you never knew that you were probating the dead corpse, the corporation, the legal entity. That's why I say, stop trying to find these treasury direct accounts. Stop trying to lay claim to this money that's supposedly out there, because it has nothing to do with that. You're not the beneficiary. The beneficiary is the legal entity. All right, let's get to questions. Caveman says, could I write an executor letter administration process, write the DEA asking them to verify if I'm a statutory citizen or free American national, and of there are any restrictions for national. You can try it, but I'm not asking no questions. I'm telling them who I am. Why would you ask them? Wouldn't that suggest that you might be legally incompetent? Like, I'm not sure who I am, so I'm going to ask, can you help me figure out how to get to Sesame Street? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't ask. Tell them. Make a declaration. Men and women make declarations. Corporations ask permission. You heard it here first. Anyways, facts, you are on point, Kevin. All right, very good. All right. Mr. Coles or Mrs. Coles, I'm not sure. Bill Coles. I have my EIN 98 for the trust and also an EIN for the estate. Very good. I'm working on the next step. I guess tomorrow's show will be of help to finish setting up those two entities. Yeah, if you're in the trust program, absolutely. Very good, by the way. You are on your way. Anything we can do to help, let us know. Jorge Reyes, how would I go by seeing if my nationality has changed? I recently changed my status and received my passport already. All right. I get this question or something similar to this question a lot. Okay. You are a creditor. You are an administrator. And you are the executor of your estate. Okay. You don't have to have validations. If anyone's going to come and challenge your status, let them come. Let them come. And then you kindly reach back into your file cabinet that you should have with all of your affidavits and all that kind of stuff. And you present it as instruments in law. So we don't mind being challenged. I dare someone to challenge my status. And they better not have made any adverse claims that are unverifiable, because then I'm going to sue you. For defamation, possibly, libel, slander, right? We got to start getting serious about our property. Because if you did this to a Donald Trump, they're going to come after you and wipe you completely clean for tainting the name. Okay? That's how we got to start getting on our game. You're a creditor, you are the administrator, and you are the executor. Start acting like it. You don't need validation. You don't need somebody to say, yep, you did it right. Good job. No, we don't need that. All right. Caveman. Also, could I put that info into my trust that it's part of your religion, beliefs, ethnicity to smoke and grow? They provide then provide a copy of that to them. You can do whatever you want to do, as long as you don't harm someone's property, as long as you don't break the moral code, as long as you don't harm someone's body. Okay? You can do whatever you want to. The only reason why you're being nickel and dime to death, because they're catching you up in these legal attorneyments and legalities. Listen, you don't have to be caught in those. They don't have any jurisdiction once you establish that they don't. Always challenge. That's why you always challenge jurisdiction. Never waive preliminary hearings. And that's not legal advice. That's education, information. How should I put it? Stand on the jurisdictional issue, because they cannot go past it. They cannot go. I don't care. I've had them yell at me. I've had them threaten me. I've had sheriffs, deputies come in there, surround me and my wife and I. They run the gamut. They played the whole game. I had the judge stand up and yell. You know, I've had all of that. Okay? Stand your square, stand your ground on jurisdiction. There's 3 elements that they have to prove. This is not legal advice. This is just for informational purposes. This is an educational platform. Venue, they have to have. subject matter jurisdiction, and they have to have personal jurisdiction. If they lack any one of those three, they cannot adjudicate a matter. Point blank. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they say that's old law. I don't care what they say. They cannot get past it. All you have to do is stand your square. I don't care if they lock you up for 24 hours. When they bring you back in front of that judge, say it again. Say, has jurisdiction been proven on and for the official record? Not only has it been proven, I need to see it in writing. It cannot be assumed. And I have all the case law. Most of you probably already got that from us. Minimum donation, I'll give you the whole sheet. It has all the jurisdictional, it's a sheet full of all the case laws and the precedents established by the courts, saying that once jurisdiction has been challenged, they cannot move on. They can't go on and try and find the merits of the case. They can't do any of that. It stops right there. You just have to know that, and you have to stand on your ground, stand your square. Moving on. Tony, forget the money. I want to claim myself back. I will build my... Exactly. Now you're talking like an administrator, because that's how administrators act. That's how administrators think. You don't need no handouts. They taught you need handouts. You don't need handouts. And I'm only talking to my American nationals. If you're a U.S. citizen and you happen to be here, oops, you snuck over the wall. This is for American nationals. Good. You're right on, Cooper. You're right on. Kevin, during the pandemic, the state issued EBTs to all students. I'm in the process changing my status. My passport should arrive soon. Will the EBT stop me from changing my status? I'm just gonna say it like this, okay? I come right up the middle. You know, I'm pretty straightforward. If you take benefits from Caesar, okay, then you owe an obligation and a duty. They're only giving you something because they want something in return. If you take it, remember I gave the analogy? I don't know if any of y'all been to prison. If you find some candy on your pillow, don't eat it. Okay? So if Caesar puts something in your face and tries to offer it to you, I'm talking to my American nationals, don't eat it. Don't take it. Learn how to be an administrator. Learn how to be an executor. Learn how to be a creditor. They don't take handouts. Okay? And if they do make those minimum contacts, okay, if they do make those minimum contacts, they're not doing it as their individual, and they're using their commercial entities, a foundation, a trust, what else? A charity. See? You just got to know how to play the game of Monopoly. That's all it is. Maybe some of us maybe we should have like a show where we're playing Monopoly so we can kind of point out, because that's what it is, the whole thing. So it will hurt if they ever came back and challenged, and mark my words, everyone, they are going to start challenging. I keep warning, they're going to start challenging, just like they did with the sovereign citizen, the Treasury Direct, all the people went to jail and all that. They're just putting together their strategy. Mark my words. Time to get your stuff straight. I never applied for it. They gave it to all students. Of course. Never apply. I don't want you to apply. I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to see if you're going to return it and do the honorable thing. And if you don't, that's known as an implied agreement. It could be a resulting trust as well, because an event took place that kicked in something else. Okay? You just can't take you just can't take the candy on the pillow just because it's sitting there. Oh, it looks good. It's a pretty wrapper, and I want something sweet. Don't just pick up stuff that don't belong, that ain't yours, and start eating it. Jorge Reyes, I'm actually new to this. I've been watching your videos and trying to get everything situated. Very good. We're here for you. Reach out. KnowledgeWell Media, the number 4, the letter U, @gmail.com. Okay. I think I put it in the chat up. I can do it again. All right, Kevin, it's been 4 weeks so far, and I put expedite service. They have sent anything to so. They have sent to so. I think it should go through. Okay. Well, yep, you just have to wait. I mean, it is a waiting game. But while you're waiting, there's other things. I mean, if you're holding on to, I'm talking to American nationals. If you're holding on to any property of the U.S., here, let me help you out. I'm sure many of you have seen me do this before, but it bears repeating because it's very important. Uh-oh, where are you? All right, that's not good. I got it on the same screen as my, let me see if I can get a new one here. Bear with me. Let's do a new window. And I'll pick this up and take it over here. I'll share a screen with you guys and gals. All right. If it'll let me. There we go. Appreciate your questions. Keep them coming. All right, where are you? Come on. There we go. That might be a little bit better. Okay, so anybody familiar with the SS5 form? The SS5 form is the application to receive a Social Security card. SS5 form says, let's see here, a minute. Application for Social Security card. Here we go. Sharing screen. All right. Let me see where we're at. Is that it? Oh, hold on. Share screen. Bow and bow. All right. I think you can see that. Here, I'll make it, try and make it bigger if I can. There you go. I think that works. All right. So anyways, here's your application for a Social Security card. All right. And it's the SS5 form. You can see it right here. Hopefully you can see this. And if you look down here, page 2, right here, evidence of identity. Okay. You must, who are they talking to? The applicant. You're the applicant. The man or woman. Listen. Only a man or woman can be an applicant, right? Because it takes fingers. You have to actually literally write something, right? Okay, so check it out. You, the applicant, must provide current, unexpired evidence of identity. What does identity mean? For sake of time, I'll just tell you. It means sameness in law. Sameness as accused to be, or sameness as you claim to be. That's identity. You identify as something, or you are being identified as something, okay? So identity. You must provide, the applicant must provide, the man or woman must provide evidence of sameness in your legal name. What the heck? What did they just say? Why would I want to prove that I'm the same as the legal name? What is the purpose of that? Right? Oh, well, let's go further. Your legal name will be shown on the Social Security card. So if you want to know what your legal name looks like, just go to your Social Security card. All right. So anyways, generally, we prefer to see documents issued in the U.S. No kidding. Because you want us to be the same as the legal name. The legal name is created by who? The state, right? So it's the state's property. And who owns the state? Right, the U.S. So look, U.S. documents you submit to establish identity. Oh, they want you to use Caesar's property to establish that you're the same as the legal name. Okay? All right, so moving on. Now, look, down here, as proof of your identity, right? You must provide so as proof that you are the same as the legal name, here's how you do it. A U.S. driver's license. Go figure. If you have a U.S. driver's license, I didn't say it, this form says it, then that is evidence or proof that you are the same as the legal name. Okay, let's keep going. If you have a U.S. state-issued non-driver identity card, That proves, or that is proof, that you are the same as the legal entity. Here's a touchy one. If you have a U.S. passport, it is evidence that you are the same as the legal entity, or legal name, I should say. Enough said? There's your evidence. Page 2, there's 5 pages total of the SS5 form under the heading Evidence of Identity. That's what we're dealing with. So if you have these documents, this was my point, if you're an American national, you better get rid of that. I'm just saying. Well, it's just saying. All right, so let me show you something else for you newcomers. If you haven't, let me show you something else while we're at it. The POMS manual. Here it is. Social Security Administration. You can see it. Look at POMS, P-O-M-S, the Program Operations Manual System. What this is the instruction manual for the employees of the Social Security Administration. This is their guidebook while dealing with citizens. Check it out. So they're to do these things by the book. It's RM 10212.001, defining the legal name for an SSN. Here we go. Let's ask the question. Let's go back to school. What is the legal name? What is it? For SSA enumeration purposes, a legal name consists of, now you're going to know what a legal name consists of right here. First name, and last name. The legal name, once again, consists of or is made up of the first name and last name. Got it? All right, moving on. That's key right there. You're gonna know why in a minute. So why do we need the legal name though? They want us to prove, remember the SS5 form said they want us to prove that we're the same as the legal name, right? The same as the legal name. Through the driver's license, identification card, passport card. Check it out. Why do we need that? Here it is. The legal name is the name used to do what? Sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. Ask yourself a question. Why are they trying to get me to be the legal entity? Because they need you to be able to do this. Why? I'll tell you in a minute. Let's get to some comments. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll take some comments here because I'm filling up. All right. Kevin, you snapping right now, man. You snapping. Hold on. I lost my place, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not sorry, but I apologize. Here, Tony. Anything free and you did not put work in, don't accept it. The devil is tempting. I did a. You might want to go back into the archives and look at Debt is Sin, I think it's called. I've done this. All right, so should I just send the EBT back to them? I can't provide you with legal advice. And let me just heart to heart, okay? Don't let your children starve. You know, if you got to put food in their mouths, okay? I'm just gonna say it like that. There are ways around things, but you're gonna need. We all need each other. All American nationals, we need each other. So look out. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I should have the petition for all the American nationals that are going to be signing, putting their thumbprint on, so we can get that out of there, get our recognition from the state, from the department. Okay. So look for that. Hopefully tomorrow. It should be there tomorrow. Okay. I have not been slacking. It's just I've been overwhelmed and busy. Okay. But we got a great team building up, by the way. I'll talk more about that when I do announcements. But anyways, so back to you, Kevin. Your call. You do the right thing. Do the American national thing. but you know your situation and predicament. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. You want to talk offline? We can talk offline. Jorge Reyes. So as of right now, I know I have done the first step to all this, and I know it's more to go. Where would I need to look to get the affidavit and the FOIA to start filling it up and sending it out? Well, we can do the affidavit for with you. We can talk offline about that. Contact us, KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. All right. ASAP. Hit us up like tomorrow or something. And where should I send it out to? Again, we can discuss that offline. I'll help you directly. I'm calling the EBT people right now to cancel it. Kevin, your call. We're here for you. We're here for you. Carmine, Zaire, is unemployment considered as state benefits or what they owe me? Let's just say like this. We're dealing in U.S. debt currency, right? And it belongs to the bankers, okay? The credit systems and all that kind of stuff. This is their system. That's why we render unto Caesar's that which is Caesar's. We have to create our own stuff. I want to stay at a safe distance away from Caesar's stuff, okay? Without going super specific, I'm just going to say it like that. I'm staying as far away as possible. If you need it and you can't eat or feed your family, do what you got to do. You know how survival works. Okay? Okay. Can I write a promissory note to my financing institution to let them know I will be discounting or discontinuing further payments? Legacy over lifestyle. We do have a specialist that you can talk with regarding that. Okay. So if you want specific information like that, contact us at KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. And we can definitely get you on and going on the right path. Okay. I have written promissory notes, though they are powerful. My logic is that if you change your status, they update the system, so you won't be able to receive benefits anymore. But there may be a catch-22 there. Maybe they just let you, because they want you in that system, right? So again, if you take a benefit, you're going to owe an obligation. Hale versus Hinkle. Hale versus Hinkle, 1906 or 7 case. Look at that. Okay, Supreme Court case. A6 grind time is in the house. Yo, what's going on, my man? How you doing? Good to hear from you. Have you made it through any of that trust stuff yet? Open your minds, nationalists. Great job, Kevin. Okay. All right, excellent. So bye-bye state ID. You have to do what's remember if you grew up in church, remember in the scripture, they would, you were encouraged to come as you are, but you should be slowly working your way, okay, or working your way. So it's up to you how fast you want to do this. I got my education and then I started to act, okay, because I had so many gurus, just like most of us have so many gurus that are pulling us in different directions, filling our heads with all of this knowledge, but most of us had not been cultured in the way of comprehending and absorbing information. So all this knowledge is just stored up here and it's really no good. I always say too much information is like too much light, okay? The right amount of light is good, right? It helps you see. But too much light is blinding. So too much knowledge is blinding, all right? So Kevin. Okay, let's say someone changed their status properly. Then they get something like an EBT in their systems. Will they take you off the do not detain list? That's what I'm trying to know. Again, I wouldn't do it personally. I would not take any benefits, any government, any state benefits. I would not. You can do what you want to do. Okay? I don't know if they're going to take you off. They may just be like, you're double dipping. Fraud. You know, when they get sick of people, all the constant letters and barrage of affidavits being sent in and, you know, clogging up the court, when they get sick, they're going to come and put that smack down. They're going to go back and audit everybody that is in this so-called movement that don't got their stuff right. Mark my words. They're going to come back. You think they're just accepting documents after all these documents people are flooding in there? You think they're just cool with that? They're not cool with that. They're coming back. Kevin, I don't plan. Well, okay. All right. Let me get back to the document here. A6, you're more than welcome to come on if you want. Wait a minute. Hold on. One moment, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna get back to the document here. Not that one. Where are you? Come on. There it is. All right. So we're talking about the legal name. Now, check this out. People, I just revealed to you why you have a legal name. I just revealed to you why they want you to, as it states here, in the SS5 form, why they want you to, right here, provide evidence that you are the same as the legal name. This is why. Because they need you to have the capacity. What's a legal entity? A capacity you're acting in. It's a vessel that you're using. It's the car, the shoe, the top hat in the Monopoly game, right? It's not actually you. It's just representing you as you make your way around the board. Well, that's what this is. Everyone they wanted everybody to have a legal entity. Why? Because the legal name is the legal entity, and that gives you the ability to sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. Your opponent, I'll put it that way, that's a euphemism. That's a nice way of saying something I could say worse, right? A euphemism. So your opponent, your adversaries in this rivalry are the ones who want to draw you into the contracts. Can you figure out who that is? I'll give you a hint. They deal in legal things, legal names, legal entities. That's your opponent. I'm not saying your enemy. You got to know the difference. This is a gentleman's game. It's a gentleman's game. All right. Check this out. Look how they got you. Look what they did to you. Here's what here. This is all about names. Given name, we know what that is. That's the name you were given. That's your natural God-given name that your mom created and donned and put upon you. Okay? You, the natural individual, man or woman. Now check this out. You had a given name and a family name. Look what they do. Look right here. Remember, this is the instruction manual to the employees of the Social Security Administration. Look what they do. They're instructed to translate given names and family names shown on documents submitted as Social Security number evidence to what? The first and last name on the Social Security number application. Look at given name is the full first name and middle name. Family name is the full last name, surname. They are translating your given name, meaning your natural name. And they are translating it. What does it mean to translate something? What does it mean to translate something? If you went over to China and did not know Mandarin or their language, right? You would need a translator to understand what's going on around you, wouldn't you? That means you take something from one language and put it into a language that can be understood. So check it out. The Social Security workers are instructed to change your natural name into another language that they can understand. Who is they? Well, let's go back. Look at. What does the legal name consist of? Right here. First name, last name. They're instructed to translate your God-given natural name into a legal name, which consists of a first name and a last name. So they are translating it into a legal language. Ever heard of legalese? All right. So I'm going to work. I mean, y'all should be shouting right now. I don't even know why. Like button, that symbolizes a shout. Hit that like button if y'all enjoy this information. I mean, this is the type of information. This is the type of teaching we do over here, man. We want to be as thorough. All right, A6, I see you. I'll put the link in there for you. So A6 is going to join us. All right, my brother from another mother. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this here. I will. One moment. Stay with me. Bear with me. Here we go. Copy the clipboard. All right, A6. I am putting this link in the chat for A6. Don't be a U.S. citizen in here, people. A6. There you go. StreamYard right there, A6. So anywho, what do y'all think about this? Okay, let me go to the comment section here. Just sent, Bill Coles, just sent for expedition of passport, book, and card. I was told expedition now is 4 weeks. So hopefully soon to see results back this week or next week. Very good. Very good. A6 is in the house. Welcome. Can you hear me? I suppose you.
I had to turn my microphone on. What's going on, fellas? What's going on, people?
Hey.
American Nationals. What's up? I was going to do a live stream tonight, but I said I already put a post up on my my channel basically, so now I jump on yours and just talk it over with you, man. So how you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm great.
Great night to be free, huh?
Hey, absolutely.
Yes, sir. On my American Nationals, we rolling out here free, and we are defending our rights. Make no mistake, our rights are being attacked pretty much. So we have to stand up for them.
What you got? You got another story or something that happened?
I don't have another. Actually, I do kind of have another story. So interesting thing. I dropped a video on this the other day. I don't know if y'all saw it or not. I didn't check the traffic on the video. But so I was traveling, of course. I think this might have been Thursday, but this time I was out during the day. You know, I work weird ass hours. So like, yo, when I'm actually out to move around during the day, you know, from the time people are usually at work, I've noticed I haven't had any issues with any police. So I thought about it like, yo, why the hell is that? I pull up into this, there's traffic on the road, so I make a right, and then I have to turn around and do a U-turn because I wanted to get the hell off that road. So when I was doing a U-turn, I pulled up in a Chick-fil-A to turn around, and there was a cop coming out of the Chick-fil-A, coincidentally, right while I was like stopped trying to make that left. So he walked right past my car. My car was like kind of conspicuous because it's real nice with a good paint job and stuff. So dude saw it, and he was looking at the car, and then he saw my tag, and he looked like this while he was walking behind my car. And then he looked away and just kept walking. I'm like, I'm about to get pulled over. So I'm already getting my documents ready. You know, I got all my stuff in the car. I got a folder with all my shit in it, bro. I got all that stuff in the car ready to go. I got my passport card. I ain't answer no questions, none of that stuff. So I'm going to pull out, and the dude pulls, instead of pulling straight behind me, he pulls around to the end of the line where everybody else is trying to turn from the road being shut down. So I'm like, yo, this dude's definitely going to pull me over. It's just weird that dude didn't jump right behind me and put his lights on. but maybe he don't want to impede traffic, so maybe he's gonna wait till we get on the main road. So we make a right to get onto the path leading to the main road that I want to turn around from. So when I get over, nobody wants to be in front of a cop, so everybody else gets in the other lane, but I gotta make that left. So I'm like, all right. So this dude jumps right behind me, right? I'm like, oh shit, cool. All right, let's do it. You know, we in there for the long haul. You know, it is what it is. It's part of the game. So I'm like, I'm ready to go. I got everything ready. You ain't got shit. So boom, dude pulls behind me. Light turns green. I make the left. Dude keeps going straight. Doesn't even put his lights on.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in my head, like, the whole way home, I'm thinking, like, yo, why didn't this guy pull me over? And I put to it, like, that's when it finally actually clicked. Like, a light was like it just snapped, like, just like that. So the thing about it is, the dude looked like he was about, he had to been, like, maybe in his 40s. So he obviously was at this job for a minute. He probably had some years in. Then I noticed, the time of the day. Like, whenever you got somebody, if you guys don't know, when you got somebody that's applying for a job like the post office or UPS or something, if you a newbie, you get the shitty hours. You don't get the good hours. You don't get to work from 8 to 6 or 9 to 5. No. You're gonna be working from 10 a.m. to goddamn 9 a.m.
Right.
When everybody else is asleep, and then when you come home, everybody's going to work. So you work shitty hours. The rookies are working the shitty hours. So when you guys are out here traveling at night, you're traveling at 8 o'clock, you're traveling at 12 a.m., whatever, you're moving around, moving and grooving, enjoying your nightlife or whatever, and you on the road and get pulled over, and this dude ain't trying to hear none of that shit, sovereign citizen shit, which we don't even know what a sovereign citizen is.
Right.
It's basically because this dude's a rookie. These guys are rookies. The ones that work at night, they rookies. They don't know shit. They don't know anything. All they know is you don't have a Maryland plate on your car, and all I know is you got to be a driver, so I'm giving you a ticket. That's all they know. They don't know anything else.
Right.
And it's our job to educate them. So when they overstep, it's our job to basically educate them. I'm not going to go into detail of how you educate them, because that's up to you how you want to do it. But you make sure he learns the next time he runs into a foreign national, he's not supposed to be giving him no ticket, and maybe tell a couple of his homeboys about it. Because the U.S. citizens, it ain't their job to do this. The U.S. citizens that go along and get along. Their job ain't to enforce no rights. Right. That's our job. They don't even want rights. U.S. citizens just want to be left the hell alone. We do too, but we're not going to be left alone without, with giving up our rights. It ain't no compromise for us.
Yeah.
So remember that when y'all here traveling at night, man, be prepared to deal with whatever comes with it. And remember, you're dealing with a rookie 9 times out of 10. Very few times you'll see people who actually have time in and who actually have seniority taking those nighttime hours, unless they're getting paid boku bucks, which they would be a lieutenant. And lieutenants are not going to be running around pulling people over. Lieutenants are going to be back at the damn police station or whatever. They the ones you call out to come to the stop. Let me get a supervisor. That's when the lieutenant comes out, and that dude's getting paid $150,000 a year to come out there and work overtime at night and shit. These guys chose that shit. So remember that when y'all do this, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So they let you go. they ain't really been even checking on me, man. I mean, they drive behind me. I see them look at the plate. You know what I mean? They just kind of, I had one hit the brakes one time. Hey, he pumped the brakes. They trying to get you in front of them. So he pull over in the lane and then pump the brakes. And then he just was like, whatever. I think they're like, whatever. I don't want none. Like,
I don't know, man. Here, bro, they want smoke here. These motherfuckers don't know shit here. But again, the ones who worked on the day, I've literally had probably about 4 of them now. With the incident I just talked about, I've had 4 of them now get behind me during the day and just keep it moving. Literally, just keep moving.
Right.
Like, okay, it's a tag that says traveler. They already know what the hell a traveler is.
Right.
I'm sure they've been doing it for like 20 years. They ran into somebody who was a traveler. One of their cop buddies did, and there was a whole story behind it. One of the other cops got jammed up over there for overstepping boundaries and deprivation of rights in the color of law. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can slice them up and shit.
Yeah.
Shit, I would go as far as to say, get that bond number, man. You start asking about bond numbers, the conversations start getting real short. You know what I mean? You start talking about holding people accountable. That's when you get, people passing a buck and shit like that, man. You have it.
Yeah, I did that too. Now they straight up be lying. Like, the judges. I went up in the courtroom. I was like, I need the bond of blood. Oh, we don't know. What do you mean? Like They do not want that information out.
Exactly not.
Not even
Shit.
a little bit.
I've heard stories about people calling the police station to ask for the police officer's bond number, and all of them are acting like they don't know what the hell a bond. What do you mean a bond?
Right.
What do you mean? What do you mean? And you say, oh yeah, well, anytime a police officer gets a job as basically a patrol officer, whatever, he gets what's called a bond, a surety bond, fidelity bond, whatever it is, but it's an insurance bond. So if that police officer oversteps or does something he's not supposed to do, there's insurance for it. And they're like, oh well, we don't know anything about that. Yeah. So then you start, that's when you start asking people for badge numbers. They start lying. I've heard stories about them lying about badge numbers, lying about people what their names are. I mean, yo, that blue wall is sick, bro. But like at the end of the day, man, check it out. Boom.
Yeah.
Public records, bro.
Yeah, and
can't hide that shit,
Right, they're not supposed to, but see, remember, they're hiding behind those immunities, those qualified immunities, and they're in a different capacity. So we got to pierce that veil and get through to that individual, because they're derelict in their ministerial capacity. When they don't act in accordance with the rules of their capacity, they waive that.
Right.
They waive that qualified immunity, and now you pierce the corporate protection and go right to that individual. Now, I have experience with that. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I don't know if I told you, I had that ticket. Well, the cop pulled me over, Officer Kuman or something like that. He pulled me over, and I did my little dance. I got it on recording. And, I didn't accept his service and all that kind of stuff. He's like, why don't you have the vehicle register? Blah, blah, blah. I gave him the whole spiel. He threw the tickets and stuff in the car because I didn't take it. But what he did, he got slick with it. He put the driver's license I used to have, he put it in between the ticket papers and then tried to hand me so I could take it all. But I just took the driver's license, slid it out from underneath between the ticket, and he threw the ticket in my window. I said, for the record, I did not, I was not properly served that. I don't accept it. But he pulled off. Mm-hmm. But what ended up happening was I went ahead and did my administrative process and sent him a letter. And I sent a letter to the administrative judge, whatever, you know what I mean? And what ended up happening is I told them, if they do not drop the ticket, and what else I tell them? Basically, I said, if you don't do what I asked, I'm going to put a lien against the officer in his individual capacity. Do you know that must have shook him so bad? He went to like the DA or something like that, and the DA wrote me a letter and said it's against the law to write fraudulent liens and all this kind of stuff. I said I responded. I said, no problem. I said, all he has to do is drop the ticket because I'm not under your jurisdiction, and he doesn't have to worry about me putting a lien against his property. It went away. No ticket, no nothing. I ain't heard nothing back.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's dope shit right there, man. Yeah, you got to be able to defend yourself out here, man. Like, you can't just be out here just expecting everybody, all these police officers, to know the law. I mean, a lot of these dudes is cops, constables on patrol is what COPS stands for. Right. These dudes ain't nothing but revenue collectors, man. I mean, we already know what that Supreme case said in Miami. The police's job is not to protect you. They've already said so in one of those, I think it was a Supreme Court case, right?
Yeah, they're not.
They've already said the police job. That's why a lot of time, if you remember back in the 90s, think about it. When I was in Baltimore, on the side of the cop car, it said fairness, integrity, service, right, and also protection too. All of that shit was on the side of the cop car. If you look at the police officers' cop car designs today, it don't say that shit nowhere on the side of it. Yo. They changed it because at the end of the day, they don't have to protect you. If there's a shootout, they don't have to stop anybody. All their job is to get the safety and get home to their families. So and that's, it's the crazy thing though. If you really start thinking about stuff like that, and you think about gun unfriendly states. Let's think about this for a minute. Like, let's really logically think about this as nationals. If there's a situation where the cops are not obligated to protect you in their capacity while they're working, why is it a situation where they can tell you can't carry a gun without a permit? So if the police aren't supposed to protect you, why is it they're trying to tell you can't protect yourself? And this is all statutes and shit like that too. But if you're gonna be able to do this shit, you better be able to defend yourself when you get in court, because they're gonna try to throw you 5 years. Well, here anyway, if you don't have a permit while you bearing arms, they're gonna try to throw you that 5 off the rip. So you better know how to defend your damn self. So this ain't legal advice. You know, me and Courtney don't give legal advice.
Right.
We just basically talk about facts.
Right.
That's all we do. So yeah, with that said, man, like, and if you really start thinking about it, how the hell can they tell you you can't carry unless you have a permit, which is basically asking for your right to carry from police, the same ones who are not sworn to protect you. So if they say no, you can't have this without us arresting you. You can't protect yourself. We have to protect you, but we don't have to protect you. So therefore, you're fucked. Like, well, how is this? And this is all the hypocrisy of what we're dealing with.
It's the U.S. citizen syndrome. U.S. citizen is a subject status. It's not. It's a. I was just reading this. It's under. It's subject status. It's under the dominion of the government. It's you waive your natural rights. Okay, and you take on full civil rights. Well, what are civil rights? Civil rights has to do with the Roman law. Okay, it's not natural. The Roman law had a lot to do with masquerades and legalities and legal attorneyments and things like that. There was corporate veil protections and all this kind of stuff. So it had little to do with the reality, with the real world, and more to do with fictions of law. Okay, and so. So when you're a citizen, you're waiving the natural rights in exchange for Caesar's privileges and immunities. Okay, and actually this show we had actually started doing a recording. That recording was talking about incorporation and registration and what is actually taking place, and what is actually the act of you know what incorporation is. It says it's a legal process. So therefore, it's owned by the legal practitioners and professionals. Okay? It's a legal process of establishing a legal entity or corporation. All right?
Yeah.
That's what incorporation is. A legal act establishing a legal entity. Okay, now, that's okay. So what happens? Let's look at incorporation, the Incorporation Act or the Act of. Okay. So why do you do that? For corporate protection. You create a separate and distinct corporate personhood to protect you as the man from liabilities attaching to your personal assets. That's the whole purpose of the act of incorporating. So guess what? But what happens? No one asks the question, what happens when I incorporate? There's a separation that takes place. The entity steps to one side, and the only way you as a man could be protected from liability is if you're on the other side. So let me ask you a question. Your mom signed the birth certificate registration at your born date. She incorporated into the state. So she created a legal entity by incorporating. Now that separates the owner from the assets. There's your Sesta KV trust. Because a trust is formed, all my students, they know this. A trust is formed by the bifurcation of the legal title on one side from the equitable beneficiary title on the other side. That's all that's going on. That's why you have a COLB on one side, a certificate of live birth, and you have a birth certificate on the other side. Because it's a trust. That's why you have legal on this side and you have law on this side. Because it's a trust. That's what everything's about.
Facts. They're trying to pull you into that legal side. Like if you're doing a lawful thing, they try to get you to contract with them. Once you do that, they can do whatever the hell they want to you.
Yeah, before you came on, I'll share a screen right quick. This is what we were going over right before you got on. Let's see here. Hey, I'm getting better. All right, so check this out. This is what we were going over before you came on. The legal name consists of the first name and last name. Why do we need a legal name? Here it is. To sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. That's why they want you to have a legal name. Because they want to pull you in, as you just said, A6, they want to pull you into contract. Why do they want to pull you into contracts?
Get that jurisdiction.
It's their jurisdiction, and they know it better than you do.
Exactly. They specialize in that. It's kind of like, you know, how Neo, when he's inside the Matrix or what have you, he's the strongest. And then when he's out, he's got powers, but he's not as strong as he is on the inside. Same thing for Agent Smith. Agent Smith knows that he can't beat your ass in that Matrix. So he's trying to catch you on the outside slipping, or the other way around. He's trying to catch you slipping, basically. So I guess, in essence, pretty much, you know, our Zion pretty much will be, you know, out of the Matrix, kind of, you know?
Well, yeah, essentially what are we trying to accomplish here? What are we trying to accomplish? We're trying to be men and women who have a loyal title to our property and have the rights to defend that property.
Right.
That's all we're trying to do. That's our heaven. That's our Zion. To be free to do what we want, when we want, with our own property, as long as we don't damage another or damage their property. That's heaven.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have to go and punch the clock tomorrow, okay, and instead you can use your whole day to go about doing whatever you want to, and don't have to worry about Johnny Cop pulling you over or being in your business or watching you, surveillance state, that's heaven. That's Zion. Because you have now no limitations on where you can go and what you can do.
So check that comment out right there, Carmice Zaire. You highlight that joint, man. This is what we're facing if we don't try to contract with them. This very much can be an issue right here. This is why I say you got to know how to be able to fight back using their system that they're bound to. You're not bound to that system. They are. So you knowing your UCC codes and knowing your legal statutes that they are supposed to follow and all that stuff that's not pretty much put out there like that, man. This is key. And yes, this very well could happen. Pull you over and force you to have to deal with some tickets. You didn't sign for any of that crap. And then if you don't show up to court when they tell you that you have a trial, or they tell you your legal fiction has a trial, whatever like that, if you straight up don't show up, then they want to come try to grab your body. They want to try to put a warrant on your body itself. And then they'll try to use the what's on the ID or what have you, what they have on record for how your physical body looks, and tie that to the quote unquote legal fiction ends ledges.
Which I'll stump a mud hole in them with that one.
Absolutely. But this is all. But this is knowing. You have to know your shit to do that.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Right.
So like, as far as we got to start learning. Not even we basically, but us in general. We have to really learn how to master these affidavits, because affidavits are very, very powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, affidavits are very powerful. If you know how to use affidavits properly, you can, a lot of this stuff you can pretty much get out of.
That's right. Let me see. I skipped over some people. Let me get back to these questions real fast. I see Finest Thing walking. Are you joining us, or are you just hanging out? Did I get this one? Did we get this one? Highway patrol followed me for 4 miles, then pulled up next to me, then took off. I have my own custom foreign national plates. All right. Good to see all the great minds coming together for the same cause. Absolutely. Yeah, hand him a W9. John Mello said, put a lien. Yeah, we did those already. Bill Cole said, hit them in their private capacity they can't get out of. Absolutely. Jorge Reyes said, I'm in Texas, and they just passed a law that you don't need a license.
Yeah, I saw that, yo. I saw the constitutional carry in Texas. Man, y'all are some lucky SOBs. I literally was at the range today talking to some of them guys over there. Would you believe that rifle AK-47s are illegal here? You cannot own a rifle AK-47 in Maryland legally. But here's the kicker. But you can have a fully automatic AK-47 if you go through the federal government and pay $30,000 for a fully automatic. You can have a fully here. This is how stupid Maryland's gun laws are.
Extortion.
Exactly. It's bullshit, man. This is complete bullshit. All of it.
But it's only meant for the United States citizen.
They don't know the difference.
This should not have anything to do with you, American nationals.
Exactly. But the problem is the police officers don't know the difference, though. That's the issue. They don't know what the hell the difference is.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, of course. They don't want to know this shit because at the end of the day, if it started to work where they knew what the hell was going on, the revenue gets cut. They start losing money on traffic tickets. And in Maryland, we even have speed cameras. I don't know if you guys have them there, but they actually strategically put speed cameras around. So if you go 2 miles over the speed limit, snaps a picture of your license plate, you got to pay this ticket.
Yeah, it's like that. I think in Illinois, where finest thing is.
Yeah. So like, it's just a lot of goofiness. But I noticed with those traveler plates, I ain't got to worry about speed cameras no more.
Let's see here. Let's see. Kevin, I'm pretty sure you can choose to live in the public or private whenever you want, because when you change your status, you're separating the living man from the legal entity. Listen to me. Hear me out, because I just addressed this. If you want to play with that legal entity, go for it. But you have one hand in Caesar land and one in what you call the private. So there are minimum contact laws. You need to look at them. And they're going to use those. All you're doing is just, you're giving the attorneys and the legal practitioners a foothold to be able to bust in and get in deeper. That's all you're doing. You have the right to create a commercial entity and do the exact same thing. And the commercial entity, they won't have jurisdiction over if you keep it in the private. But you didn't know that because you didn't come to class. Trust course starting tomorrow. Anyhow, let's see. Kevin, therefore, you should be able to live in the public or private. Okay. I mean, you do it. You do it. They want your money and energy. Absolutely. JL Bay, they take a picture of.
That's what I said, yo. Literally, when I see these days, when I see them cameras flash, I literally laugh so goddamn hard I gotta pull over. Like, it's funny as hell to me because like back in the day, it was a nuisance, man. You getting pulled over for speeding, or not even pulled over, but you're getting tags and shit like that, pictures and taking and stuff like that, and sending you pictures. Even we have tolls here too. We got bridge tolls and stuff like that, bro. Bro, you with just 4 national tags, you can just fly through the Easy Pass, no problem. Send me the bill. Send me the bill. Good luck with that shit, motherfucker. Hey, they actually have, I think in California, a lot of this stuff caught on because California is so outrageous with their prices and taxes and stuff like that. The DMV just rapes people. Wow. So actually, a lot of people are traveling in Cali, so they actually went out of their way to create a traveler plate in Cali. So you can actually go through Caesar and get a traveler plate, but it's the same thing.
I ain't doing it.
It's the same thing.
I ain't doing it.
So look, hey, check this out. Check this out though. So if you get pulled over and say, I'm just traveling, they say, oh, well, you ain't got a traveler tag. Y'all don't have our traveler tag, so how can you just be traveling? Yeah. You feel me? So it's like a trap for real.
I ain't doing it. I don't want anything from Caesar. Nope. Nothing.
No, sir.
Can't do it. Soon, I won't even have to eat his produce. I don't want anything that came from his corporation. I don't want none of that.
Exactly. Man, I tell you, it'd be so badass if we had like a village set up or something like that where we all can intermingle.
Man, that's what we're doing. That's the American National Consulate. And the petition is going out tomorrow. So I had asked that everybody, in one way or another, get me the email, okay, so that we can get you the petition. For all the American nationals, this is our time. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. You also have Amarnat Law. Let me do a shameless plug. Amarnat Law. Okay, that's going on. We're working on cases, but you will have to sign a DPOA. That's the only way we can act in the capacity as your attorney in fact, so that we can help you out, provide you the information that you need. We got a good team. We got, we got the best team.
I know 2 of the cats on the team, and yeah, the team is strong, man. The team is strong. Hear me out. If y'all are hearing this and y'all want to be, move this move and dance this dance, y'all need to holler at my man on that, yo, because I know 2 of the hitters they hard hitters, bro. They show up, you straight. You feel me? This is what we need to be doing, though, man. This is the move right here, yo. We need to keep the circle tight. We all need to keep our noses clean. Don't be out there causing no injured parties. If you're out there acting a fool, you're fucked because we're not helping you.
Nope.
But if you out here minding your business and doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know what I mean? You're good. You're good money.
Yeah, we don't play any riffraff.
We don't play that shit. No, we don't do the riffraff shit. No goofy shit over here. We all grown ass men and we all handling our shit like alpha. This is alpha male shit right here. Lead the pack. Help out the people who need help. Move everybody forward. This ain't no young boy shit. We ain't out here acting crazy.
Nope. Straight up. This is business. And this has to do with our families and our futures and all that. And this ain't no movement. It's a cause. And this is a lifestyle. And we are not going to allow anything to taint it. We are going to be in great standings with the United States. They're going to leave us alone, and we're going to leave them alone. We're going to submit the treaty form to them. That's what will be circulating tomorrow. If you are interested, get us your email. Okay, I think I just put the Gmail. I put the Gmail in the comment section. KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U @gmail.com. If you're interested, there is a vetting process. Okay, there is an intake process, and there is a membership fee. Why? Because of the fact that we have a full team that will help you in law issues. Okay. Some of them will be able to come to your state and help you go through and, your issues. Okay. So we have to be able to support the team. Okay. We got at least 5 open caseloads right now. Okay. So we're active. Your American National Consulate is active. The Amarnat Law is active. Okay. And this is what it is. But you have to go through that intake process. When I say vetting, I'm not saying we're going to disqualify you because you did some stupid stuff in the past. We all did. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're going to find out if you real about business. If you're not, you ain't coming in. I'm just putting it to you. So don't get salty later. I'm not playing. We ain't playing no games. You're not wrecking this for my family, and you're not wrecking it for the American National family. It ain't happening.
Straight up.
Go sit in the corner, and when you get ready to be a good boy or girl, then come back. Okay? But for right now, no. This is the early start to. We ain't let nobody screw this off. And we making headway. We're gonna get some wins under our belt in the courts and all that. No. If you too hot for television.
Too hot for television.
We can't have it. Kevin.
Banned from TV and shit.
Okay. Yeah, you banned. You're gonna sit on the sideline for a minute. You remember when the coach would bench you, you'd be hot. You're like, man, coach always put me down. Like,
hey man,
I'm gonna
say this, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, we need to set up that trip to the Library of Congress, man. Where's that in Colorado, right?
Yeah, you were mentioning that a couple times. I don't want to mention our secret weapon. You know who it is.
I know who it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
And that dude is trying to roll too. So I mean, I already talked to dude. He was like, "Yo, whenever y'all try to do something, I'm with it."
Right. Yeah, he's like, "I'll fund everything. I'll fund it. Yeah, I'll do whatever y'all need."
That's crazy. Like, yo, that's what's up though, man. Dude.
I'm telling you. Hey, y'all think this is a joke?
We got some heavy hitters behind the scenes.
We good. That's why we can't mess it off. Tell your folks. Tell your people them. Stay on the porch, man. Don't be causing no drama under the name of the American National. Don't kill this. Don't hurt this. This is for you. This is for your family. It's for your children. You tired of, Johnny Cop messing with you? You're going to have the consulate that's going to be able to act on your behalf.
Facts.
All that's going to stop.
All that's going to stop, man. It says, see that consulate number? Please contact. I demand to speak to my consulate officer right now.
That's right.
And then they realize the amount of paper that they got to file, and they like, yo, all right, look, they go back to the barracks or whatever. All right, here you go. Fill out all these papers right here.
Right.
They call the consulate. Like, yo, you know what? Fuck that shit. Let that motherfucker go. A
Right.
tag? I ain't filling out 2 days worth of paperwork over a tag. No, thank you. A lot of them cops ain't very intelligent either. So like when they start doing shit like that, they don't want to fill out on papers.
Right. We just need y'all to do y'all part, man, and support. Donate if you can. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care. That's gonna help. I'm telling you, we got a lot of stuff going on. We need y'all help. We need y'all support. We're gonna be there for you. Okay, that's what's going on. I'm gonna put the American National Con. So we do Amernat Con. So AMERNAT and then CON, because otherwise we got to constantly write out American National Consulate. I'll put the number in the chat. Y'all should be calling. This is y'all. This is your guys' stuff, man. This is your stuff. We're doing this for you and the family, right? Happy Mother's Day if any ladies are in here, by the way. Any American National ladies. We gotta start recruiting our women, man. Where the women at?
I mean, I think it's gonna be a situation where the men gotta lead and do what they're doing and make it happen for real. And then once we get established and stuff, the females will jump on board. But you know how that goes, though. That's actually that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's the natural order of things. That's how it. And to be honest with you, that's how. I mean, that's really how things are the way they are now. You know, with the hate to get into political, but with the feminists and all that stuff getting involved, I mean, really, it's been such a good thing we've created here, and it's just like first world problems at this point. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Oh, and getting back to your point, we are going to be planning a trip. The secret weapon, I'm just going to say the secret weapon said that it's an absolute must that we as a nation have a once a year get together out in the public in like a national place or something like that.
Exactly.
We have to do it. He said we have to do it because that is part of nation building.
Exactly. Like I said, bro, whenever y'all ready, I already told y'all, whenever y'all want to do it, let me know so I can make arrangements, and I'm there. You feel me?
Yeah. First, we're gonna circulate starting tomorrow. You're gonna start. If you give me the emails, send your emails to KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. Send me those so that you can get put on the list, because we're going to start shooting these things out there. You're going to see it in your mail, your email, and you're going to fill that out. It's going to come with instructions on what to do, and pay attention. Please pay attention. Don't put your United States mindset away. You're now an American national. It's time. We're administrators, we're executors, and we're creditors. No more. Okay.
Facts.
We got to be on our game 100%. And if you're going to share this information or share what we're doing, make sure that you think about it. You don't want to bring in your cousin Pookie and them, right? Your cousin Pookie and them that always getting in trouble and stuff. They're going to taint the name. You don't want to do that.
Oh, no, we ain't going to let that shit happen, yo.
Okay.
No, we ain't going to let that happen, bro. We can smell that shit a mile away.
Right. We get excited. People start bragging and start, you're telling the wrong people. Man, please use your judgment. Okay. Please use your judgment. All right. So here's the American National Consulate number. Someone's asking, how do you contact? Okay. So there's the number there. Kevin said women are too busy doing TikTok.
Hey, and I'm gonna be honest, yo. To women's credit, that's the ratchets too busy doing TikTok for real.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because social media has breeded a whole entire generation of narcissists. Not even just women, yo. Yeah. Social media literally created a whole entire generation of narcissists that are screwed with a capital S when they turn 30 and their looks start to fade. They start getting wrinkles and crow's feet on their face. They screwed, bro. Right. Like a lot of these people, man, they don't have any talents or skills. They living off of internet, man. Especially, I want to say, I'm gonna go as far as to say, especially the OnlyFans chicks.
Yeah. Caveman said, I'm on the trip. All right. I know that already. He's on the trip. You got just pay attention. We're working on getting our own server as well. We'll be looking into that tomorrow, where we can have more privacy. But if you want a private, an encrypted Gmail or email, you use Proton Mail. Every American national should be opening an account.
Get that Proton Mail. Yes, sir.
Every one of you. So that way, when you're communicating consular business,
private,
it'd be private and it'll be encrypted. Everybody should get Proton Mail. You can get the free, trial version, and you ain't paying nothing. Proton Mail, okay? Because soon we're gonna start to tighten up, and we only gonna communicate via certain avenues, because we gotta keep our business private. All right, let me kill some of these. Kevin, when is the next Justice League meeting up for? Yeah, I heard requests for that. I was with James last night, the Wolf. He was saying too, they asking him, like, when's the next Justice League? All right, we'll start working on it.
Yeah, since they asking for it, we gotta put that together.
Yeah, we gotta get them T-shirts made.
Man, look, yo, that's dope. Man. That's dope. That's a good ass idea. I got a logo and everything, honestly, for myself. I just haven't gotten it. If anybody, by the way, if anybody listening, if y'all know how to do screen print, if y'all know how to take a logo and make it like digital and put color to it, hit my email. Right. Hit my email. You already know my email. If you don't, put it in there. Hold on. Yo, put this in there. Corey, check the private chat, yo.
All right. Nothing there yet.
I'm not done.
Okay. Let's see here. Hey, if y'all got businesses, we want to start encouraging your business. We want to start the American nationals. We need to start our own markets. Okay, so if you got talents, you got skills. I don't care if it's music, art, whatever it is. We need to start in-house creating that. So let us be your outlet for advertisement so that your fellow American nationals will purchase and support your business. Okay? Let's get on that. Somebody take the lead on this stuff. Just because we over here we the face, that don't mean that y'all can't be working behind the scenes and coming with some ideas and stuff. We need all of y'all to work together.
Tribe mentality. Everybody put their hands to use.
Right.
No what it is.
Everybody.
Your hands should be doing something, yo.
Yep. Here you go, A6. I'm putting it up now. Let me see here.
That's my email right there. Bang me right there. If you do screen print or something like that, or if you can make a logo digital, and we'll do that. Also, I want to give a shout out to move this chains out the way. Shout out to Forbidden Clothing right here.
All right. Forbidden Clothing.
Yeah, Forbidden Clothing or Forbidden Clothes on Instagram. Oh, they got a bunch of
That's you?
No, this ain't me. This is another company for real, but they doing this. They're into like the truth stuff that we're into pretty much.
Okay.
So check them out, support them. We in freedom fighters. Check out fakemask.com also.
Fake mask. Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, I went to Atlantic City and I had on the mask that looked like a damn mosquito net, bug net or something like that. Yeah. And these motherfuckers was looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Nobody really cared because, I mean, people were literally like, when we were walking through like the hallway or something, people were literally right next to us sitting down, eating with no mask on, talking like it was all good.
All right.
So it's like, we all know it can only get you when you're walking. You got to hurry to sit down the way it can't get you. Take your mask off.
Mm-hmm. Jay Chantrell says, I'm not an American national, but want to sign the petition. I
would go on record and change your status first, bro, because we ain't dealing with U.S. citizens.
We can't deal with United States citizens.
You gotta go on record and declare change your status, bro. We can't dabble. No, sir.
Right.
Can't dabble. Change your status first, man, and holler at us afterwards.
Yeah, and so the criteria, okay, is that you have to make a declaration in yourself, and you can take the oath, the American national oath, which you'll see it on the actual petition or the treaty that you're going to sign. You'll see it on there. So in accordance to the U.S. code, anyone who takes an oath or allegiance to another nation or what have you, they are essentially giving up their U.S. citizenship. Okay. And it has to be done in front of a consular officer. So you would have to do that with us. But here's the thing. We cannot influence your decision, nor can we persuade you. Everything has to be
You gotta do it
your
on your own. You gotta do it on your own will.
Yeah. So we're not even talking to a U.S. citizen. Okay.
Exactly.
That's the way it goes. Because they're none of our business. We can't do that.
Matter of fact, block them, yo. Now I'm messing with you, yo. No, yeah, we don't dabble in Caesar's property, no sir.
No, not at all. We render up to Caesar's that which is Caesar's. JL Bay says the Library of Congress in Washington D.C.
I've heard for the documents I'm looking at or looking for, the Library of Congress is in Colorado. I think Yusuf El said it was in Colorado or something like that. Is that two of them or is it just one?
Somebody sent me something and they said that it's because you had been saying that you were looking for it. This Constitution thing?
Yeah, the Constitution for the United States of America, the original document.
Yeah, I got it. They sent it to me saying that they were trying to send it to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it. I'll pull it up in a minute. Hold on. Kevin said I have school tomorrow, but fuck it. Kevin is wild, and that's
make sure you beast in school, bro.
Yeah. Currently, okay. Caveman, currently use it already. Okay. No one you know, Reyes says, where do we go to open one of these emails? One of those emails. Just type into your search engine, Proton Mail, and then sign up, just like you did for Google and Gmail and Yahoo Mail, what have you. Same thing. Just type in Proton Mail. www.protonmail or something like that. It'll come up. Kevin said, let's do Thursday. Meet up on Thursday. Meet up where, Kevin? What you talking about, man?
Yo, bro, like, y'all, it would take me a lot of obligation to meet up on Thursday. I don't know where you are, but that would take a lot of obligation for me.
Right. What are you talking about? For everybody to meet up Thursday, the whole crew?
Yo, if you live down the street, that would take a lot of obligation. That's how busy I am these days.
I know. Look, Kevin tripping. Look, I'm doing what I can to recruit those who have an ear to hear. We appreciate that, Bill Coles. A6 grind time. There's your there's the Gmail or the Proton Mail.
Nah, you forgot the D, bro. Hold on. Nah, grind. Yes, it's a D behind that N.
You did it. I just copied.
Did I do
that? Yeah,
bro. Hold up, man. I'm tripping. Hold on. My bad. Yeah. I'm saying I just copied and pasted. Don't put that on my lap.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. Anyways, Jorge Reyes. What's up? Where are you from?
There we go.
You put it up?
Yeah, I put it in private chat.
All right, hold on.
Ignore the first one, yo. It's right there, man.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, Kevin, you got a D in math. Get that D up, bro. Get that shit up, man.
D in math.
Get that shit up, bro. Get that shit up to an A or B. At least a B. Get up, man. Get that up. Do what you gotta do to get that up, man.
Hey, we finna start our own school anyways. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Still, man, we need to make sure the effort is there, bro. Because if the effort is there, the effort can be in other places. You feel me? The energy. It's the energy.
Right.
It's not the grade itself. It's the effort.
You're right. All right. So I got all A's. I'm graduating high school this year. Kevin? All right. Keep it going.
And you can't stop saying you can't too. That's another thing. We gotta get out of that mind frame saying we can't do shit, bro. You gotta understand, man. Words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. Yep. Spelling. You're spelling something. You're casting a spell upon yourself. Whatever spell you decide to put upon yourself is what will be. If you say you can't do it, you won't be able to do it. You gotta stop saying you can't do it, man. Uplift yourself, man. We don't accept that shit here, man. I'm not trying to be too hard on you, bro, but we can't accept that, man. You can do it.
Right.
You can do it. Same way you get out here and do this stuff, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short, man. Be surprised what you're capable of.
Yeah. Keith Lamont said, what's the best time to call the consulate right now? No, anytime you want to. Call anytime. That's your number. Call it. Go through the prompts, check it out, leave a message. Somebody will get back to you. All right, so we rounding the corner on 2 hours. Wow. thank you all for being here for sure. We will get we will get the Justice League together. We'll work on that. Look for all the petition and stuff tomorrow. Make sure you send your Gmails and emails and what have you to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com. The number 4, the letter U at gmail.com, so that we can go ahead and get you that treaty petition and the intake forms and all that kind of stuff. If you're interested in being a member, it will have membership information on there. There will be dues, monthly dues, and that goes back into the society, the organization, so that we can have the programs. We want our own school. We want all of that, you know.
So, I think we ought to do something too, man. To be honest with you, we ought to do some like speaking too, man. And if y'all want to do something like that, I'm more than happy to get out there and do that. You know, if we need to do like speaking and such to even ourselves or, you know, whoever else.
You talking about like
assembly? Yes, yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be planning that. Summer is around the corner here. We're gonna be out here. We're gonna bring the Justice League out. What is it saying? Bill Coles. Mental discernment to know who to tell pertinent information to. Much love, all the listeners. All right, appreciate you, Bill. Very true. Meet you late. He said, "Damn, I'm late. I missed it all." 2 hours late. All right, Jeremiah. Let's see. We got somebody new here. So I should get my birth certificate authenticated first, then fill out a DS-11 with explanatory statement to correct my status. That is one person's or other people's processes. At KnowledgeWell University and Media, we have a different process. Not saying that one is wrong and one is right. It's just that, you know, we each have done our due diligence and research and, you know, perhaps found different ways. So it all depends on who your teacher is, who you're going to for your instruction. That's who you should follow up with if you've already, you know, invested. Follow up with your teacher, your instructor, and go with that. I don't do it that way. I do it a different way, but I'm not going to conflict with anybody else. You know, if you come to us, we will help you our way. You got anything to say on that, A6?
I do, as a matter of fact. I did it backwards. I got the passport first, and I did everything. I didn't put an explanatory statement, but I put everything I was supposed to put on the DS-11 to change my status pretty much, and I did so. And now I'm in the process of going back and doing all the other stuff because it's just the well went so deep. Like I just kept learning stuff. So as I kept learning and, you know, kept moving forward, information kept coming out. So now I'm doing, you know, the authentication process. We're learning. We basically learn how to whip them affidavits around, who to talk to, you know, the channels to contact. I mean, yeah, start where you're comfortable with starting, but I agree with him. Check with whoever you learn from. Right. But I mean, is there a right way to do it? You can have different pathways that the rain can land in the water, in the land, and make trails to land back into the bay. Right. You know, but it's all going back to the same place.
Right. And most of all, you do your research as well. Don't just take anybody's word for it. Well, you know, unless they're actually giving you black and white letter saying, see, this is what the law says, this is what the case law says. Okay. But other than that, stop. American nationals, listen up. Stop going to everybody and eating at everybody's table. You know, mama told you don't do that. Don't eat at everybody's table. Eat at home. American national. All right. Does it matter? What's the question here? Does it matter which proton mail? No. Well, if you have the money, you know, if you want to pay for a year versus monthly trial, you know, it's up to you what you want. But no, as far as just get on the proton mail system, I personally have the free one. We have, you know, one of the other members have bought the actual paid version for a year. Yes. But it all depends on what you want. Just to get on the system is the point. Get on the system because you want the conversations on your mail to be encrypted. All right, so we got around the corner. I'm going to let A6 take us out of here. I've been talking for down near 2 hours. A6, the floor is yours, and when you're done, we will close off the show. The floor is yours.
Oh man, yeah. So definitely thank everybody for support, man. I'm gonna tell you, I get like a lot of emails during the week, and a lot of times I'm moving around running my business and stuff like that. I might not have time to get to yours. I know this weekend was literally I didn't have 5 minutes to myself this weekend. So when y'all sending these emails out and stuff, I do appreciate all the information y'all are sending. I will read whatever y'all send to me, and I'll definitely look into and I'll respond as much as I can. But the support is greatly appreciated, man. We need to make sure we remember too. If one of us gets hemmed up or something like that, we need to all be there for that one of the people basically. Because if one of the people are injured, we're all injured. So we need to make sure we move like that. So, this isn't a war. This isn't no crazy combative stuff. This is us just basically trying to stand up for our rights, which we are supposed to do according to the documents that founded the country itself. So there you have it for that. But yeah, like I said, I'll respond as much emails as I can, and I'll try to get back to y'all. Send me whatever information y'all have is interesting. If it's good enough, I'll look into it. And if it's that interesting, I'll put it on the show to make sure other people see it because I'm gonna do my research on it when I hear about it. So there you have it, man. We appreciate all your support.
All right, I'll put up the American National Consulate one more time. There's the number there. Make sure you write it down. Hit it up. That's your number. You ain't going to get in trouble. Call it. It's yours. Call that number. Ain't no police going to pick up there. That's yours. That's ours. That's yours, family. That's your home number right there. Hey, remember we played tag back in the day? Remember goal? If you can make it back to goal, you were safe. That's your safe house. All y'all little Jason Bournes, get to the safe house. All right. So anyways, let me get back up real quick. See if I can find. I was looking for your email handle, A6. I'll have to grab it back out of here. Here, I'll do this. So I'm going to put up A6 grind time, Proton Mail. How to contact him. There you go. Putting it up now. Shout out to Finest Thing Walking. Shout out to the Wolf. All right, there's A6 Grind Time at Proton Mail to contact him for information and what have you. And Kevin said, wait, so if I get pulled over by the cops, I can call that number as my counselor? Yes, but you have to sign up. How old are you? Are you 18?
Yeah, you got to be at a contract, bro.
Yeah, you got to be able to contract, or you got to have a guardian that can that will get you involved. Okay. That's basically common law. That's not legality. That's common law. Getting started with decentralized. Okay, so everybody else, we're gonna have to cut off because it's getting real late. And Jorge, I see you said I want to thank y'all for the information at KnowledgeWell Media. I will contact you tomorrow about the affidavit and what I asked you about. Okay, very good. All right. Well, love you all. You all are family. And as A6 says, we have to stick together. Okay. The United States mindset has taught you to be divisive, to not stick together, to be a solo island all by yourself, to be segregated, whites over here, blacks over here. We don't run that way over here, and we're not going to run that way. Okay. We will respect everybody's culture. We don't have a problem with that. Okay, as long as you're acting in the best interest of the whole, because we're a family and we're going to remain that way. We will always be known as that. Okay, I don't know if in your community where you're at, you have the Jewish community, but where I grew up, the Jewish community was in the heart of the hood. These are wealthy doctors and all that, and they chose to be in the center of the hood, but they stuck together. You could not divide these people. They spoke as one, and they acted out as one. And that's what we need to do. We can do that. We're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Okay. All right. So that's what we got here. It's your family. Support, donate, hit that like button, everybody. Please. We appreciate that. We appreciate your support. A6 Grind Time, Proton Mail. How can they support you over there, A6?
Slide me that email, man. If y'all want to do a Cash App, I'm gonna put that here too. If you like to donate, I would greatly appreciate it. I do take donations and I move around with them. I put them in my tank, and I'm also able to continue paying bills so I can do these videos if I do happen to get harassed by Caesar's men. Let me go ahead and put this here so you can have that Cash App.
All right.
Hold on one second.
The consultant is here. What is going on, man?
Oh, my man. That's the Cash App right there.
Man, we've been on here for 2 hours waiting on you. No, I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, we got the in a private chat. Put that up there. But yeah, that's the Cash App. If y'all want to donate, man, whatever y'all give me, I greatly appreciate to the cause. It ain't just for me; it's for basically everything we're doing.
That's right.
And if y'all need any documents from me, if y'all need me to create something for a donation fee, I do that. So I mean, if you need some advice, hit me up.
All right, there's A6's Cash App right there. Show support, show love. All right, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we doing, because we do work hard at this stuff, the research and all that kind of stuff. It takes some dedication and commitment, and a lot of things that we would like to do, we put on the back burner to get this information. So that is the Cash App to support A6. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, consultant. I wish you would have came a little bit earlier. We had some good stuff, but we're gonna talk. We got some good stuff, y'all. We got to get you in one of the meetings, A6 on the weekday. But you work until you work.
You know how my schedule. Your consultant can tell you, man. Like, I literally be talking to this cat. I might not get back to do until like maybe hours later, because I be just moving around so much, man.
Right.
The grind keeps going.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
All right, Jay Chantrell. Again, hit up the email KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U @gmail.com for that information. We're going to be cutting off here shortly. Consultant said, okay, I got y'all. Very good. We will be in contact for sure. Appreciate consultant, all the hard work. He's been very busy. And Bill Coles, lastly, words are very powerful. Speak those words into existence so they don't return to you void. Very good. We'll leave off with that last word. A6, I want to, as usual, show appreciation for you joining us here. And what's that? What do you say? The foreign natural. What'd you say?
Yeah, it's the foreign natural. You got me messed up. That's the foreign national born natural.
There you go. All right, and with that, I'll play the outro, the intro, outro, what have you, and we're gonna get out of here, get some rest, and we will see you, American National. Remember, we are family. Each one teach one, reach one, whatever, all these cliches. All right, we love you, and thank you for your support. See you next time.